Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. That's right, today is Sunday, and today I was supposed to put together the Franken-Tractor Nightmare 5 blown engines making 1. I only have 1 synchro balancer. I have 1 connecting rod, 3 pistons, 4 crankshafts, but I think only 1 crankshaft is salvageable. But anyway, so here are the 4 blocks. Over here is the crankshaft that I've decided I'm going to try to fix. Reason why is because the journal over here, as you can tell, is only partially scored. Right over here it's actually kind of smooth, so that I know that if I smooth this out, it'll still be under specifications and I really wouldn't have to worry. The other 3 or 4 crankshafts are badly gouged. So I'm going to try to get this one nice and smooth, and this will be the crankshaft that I'm going to use. But that's got to happen tomorrow. I'm going to be rebuilding that engine tomorrow. Reason why is I'm going to my friend Andy from Jericho's house today for a barbecue. And we're going to have to do the engine build tomorrow. Also, I knew I was going to build an engine, right? So I ordered that $11 gasket kit on eBay, which is great. This is the 20 horsepower engine block that I got from Nick from Medford. It's pretty complete. And this is the synchro balancer that I got from Larry and Bob. I have a bunch of heads and a sump that I could work with. So we're going to put all this stuff together tomorrow. But off to Andy from Jericho's house, where I'm going to be fixing his Toro push mower.
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm over here at my friend Andy from Jericho's house. So for a while, he has the Super Bronco lawn tractor, right? But he's had this first, and this is that Toro with a Kohler engine on it. I love these engines. You know, it's one of those XT675 models, right? Kohler engines run great. So this thing, there's nothing wrong with it. He bought it brand new, runs great. But then I remember sometime a couple of years ago when I came over and he was mowing the lawn, when he let go of the bail handle, right? It made that sound, you know? And it took a while for it to stop. So I said, you know, I think you lost the brake on the braking mechanism. You know, there's a brake pad that's on there, right? That stops the flywheel from moving. So now it's just that metal bracket that when he lets go of the bail handle, the metal bracket hits the flywheel, makes that screeching sound. I'm going to show you what it sounds like. I'm going to start it up, and we're going to shut it down and see if, and we'll see that sound. So I just whipped it out of his shed. I don't know if it starts, or if it has gas, or, you know what? I better check and see if it has oil. I have such a bad habit. I never check the oil. That's a lot of oil. I might have to talk to that boy. And he's got plenty of gas, too. But he's got lots of oil in there. I should wipe it and see. Anyway, let's try it. Okay, listen to it when it stops. You see that sound? That sound where it goes. It's not a good sound. So we're gonna take the top cowling off and fix it. Remember that day I was taking apart those 5 push mower engines, right? One of them was a powermore lawnmower engine. Very small, you know what I'm saying? And I was taking apart the brake kill bail handle disengage mechanism, and I found this. So this is a brake pad off of their mechanism for the flywheel, right? Which my friend Andy's machine is missing, right? And instead of my going to buy, they don't sell just the brake pad. They sell the entire mechanism, which is pretty expensive, you know? So through all this time, I never found one that looked like it would fit. I think this would fit. There is one concern, though. I think it's too wide, you know what I mean? So I don't think it... I don't know if Andy has a grinder or anything like that, but if it's too big, I might have to cut it like that or cut it like that, or if he has a file or something like that. But I think this might fit. We're going to find out really quick because the Kohler engines are very easy to take apart to get to that area. It's just 3 10mm bolts to take off the top recoil starter. Then the whole cover comes off, right? And then we have access to that braking kill mechanism. I actually brought my impact with me. Like I said, it's just 10. Uh-oh. Did I bring the wrong one? Oh my God, it's not 10mm. See, I did bring the wrong one. This is a 10mm. I could have sworn this is 10mm. Apparently not. I might have to go and look in Andy's bag of tools. I'm sure he has tools too. So he had 10mm, but it's sockets, so might have to just do it the hard way, you know what I mean? I don't know how people do this stuff without an impact. I mean, I would have been home sleeping by now. You know what I mean? Man, oh man. When you don't have your own tools and you're at somebody else's house and you got to make do with whatever you got, you feel like a fish out of water, you know? And I'm glad that I'm a fish out of water because, like I said, I don't know how to swim, so... I mean, I'm so afraid of water that when I take a shower, I get woozy. It's like, oh my God, I got to get out of here before I drown. Anyway, it's funny, my friend Andy just told me, he saw me out here working on his machine while he's preparing lunch, right? He said, you know, he was mowing it the other day and it kind of just like died. So this thing might have other issues that we might have to check out for him. So anyway, 3 10mm bolts, the recoil starter comes right off, right? This cover comes right off, so easy, you know? And, oh wow! How odd. Check it out. It does have the brake on it. Huh. Not odd. How's that? Then why does it make that sound? It has the brake on there. Holy cow. That's a new one for me. What's so odd is that I just recalled that it was missing, but yet it's here. I mean, it is worn, right? And look, the tension on it is so loose that I can still spin this with my hands, you know? This is supposed to grip really well, you know? And yet it's not. That's what makes it sound, you know? So you know what? It appears that, yes, it is slightly larger, right? Identical, actually. Not really identical. You can't use that identical thing because it's not exactly identical. But, you know, just for the hell of it, I'm gonna take this off. So this is 8mm for this. It's really easy to remove. Just changing the brake pads, you know what I mean? So this one has a little bit more meat in it, and hopefully that will give it that little extra tension that will stop the flywheel without making that crazy sound, you know? And it works just fine. It's just the crazy sound is all, you know? I lost that thing. trying to stretch this out so that it'll go in here, but it's not working. I don't think I can get that in there all the way. It matches, but see, I have to really grip this all the way or loosen this spring. Damn it. I'm gonna have to get this spring out. So what I did was I just used these channel locks, see? I just used these channel locks, see? I pulled it all the way nice and tight, and I was able to get that in there. I may have to put all this stuff back because I don't know if it'll make any difference, you know what I mean? And it's not, it doesn't look like it exactly fits. See, like this plastic thing? It's not exact. Just bang it and make it fit. So this replacement brake, right? It's pretty much exactly the same thing, except it's wider. So I think that extra brake might make a difference. I might have to check out the carburetor to this thing later, because he says that it died before when he was mowing damp grass. And because it was damp, it just died. Kind of thick grass that he has, you know. So probably means he needs a carburetor clean. I don't think he's ever had a carburetor clean, you know. So I don't know if I have any brake cleaner or if he has any carb cleaner here. So that might be a challenge too. And I know he doesn't have an air compressor either, you know. He's not a tool guy. But you don't have to be. I mean, there are ways to clean it without all that stuff, but it just would be nice if he did. I'm going to tighten that. Okay, so I fixed the brake pad. There's a pad here with a lot more meat, and I don't know, it still spins pretty easily. It's a little better. I think when this starts moving a little bit and this kind of rubs into shape so that it matches the flywheel shape a little bit more, it'll be better. I'm going to work on this carburetor now. I'm going to take this apart. Now we're just going to remove the air cleaner. Looks pretty clean. I mean, just from looking, you know what I mean? Should I take that off? Where on earth did I put it? I don't think he's ever cleaned this carburetor before, ever. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a quick and dirty. I'm gonna drop the bowl. See how dirty it is. Let me find a wrench. So I've removed the bowl, and it's pretty clean. See? So that's not the problem. I'm gonna go see if I have any carb cleaner. Clean out the bowl a little bit. The bowl was pretty clean, but I still wiped down the residue over there and replaced it. That's quick and dirty, right? As you can see, there's quite a lot of oil, I guess, and just dirt, right? And the air cleaner was quite clean too. Look what I found in his garage. Contact cleaner from my friends over at Lucas Oil Products.
Since the bowl was clean, there's no evidence of it being dirty, but I want to blow this out anyway. I'm just going to put this back now. These bolts a little. Air cleaner's pretty clean, but I still tapped it out. Tap it out. Checking out everything else. So you guys know this is the thermostat for the muffler. When the muffler gets hot, this pushes this open so that the choke stays open. But when it's cold, it stays closed, so it starts easily. Now we're just going to put this cover back on. Recoil starter right on top. 3 bolts, put it back on. It's so easy to work on. You know, we're just going to try it now. I changed the brake pad and also just checked the carburetor. Didn't really do anything. We'll see what happens. Let's see if it starts. Hey, now it doesn't start. He had a working machine before. The plot thickens. So I'm back. You know what I thought? I was checking out the brake mechanism and I just didn't understand why it wouldn't start anymore. So I thought about it. I went back in there and I looked at the magneto kill mechanism, right? And I couldn't see how it grounds itself. I just couldn't figure it out because it didn't have a clip or a spring where you release the bail handle and something touches ground, right? I was looking up and down, left and right on that mechanism, the entire assembly for the brake pad and the wire that goes from the bracket to the magneto, right? I couldn't find the ground point. So I looked a little closer and I figured it out. The brake pad, the stock brake pad for the Kohler is metallic. The brake pad itself is metallic. When it touches the flywheel, it grounds that way. Because I use this powermore brake pad, right? It's not metallic. It's what's the other metallics or semi-metallic or the other one? Whatever the material is. You know, for brake pads, you know, you got the semi-metallic and you have the other one. So apparently the brake pad for the Kohler, the stock brake pad, is metal. So that when the brake pad touches the flywheel, it's grounded. That's how it stops. So when you have the brake handle down, it takes the brake pad off the flywheel, so therefore it's not grounded, and it'll start. So now let's see if it starts. I'm thinking that's probably the only reason. So now it runs, and then you let go of the bail handle,
and the metallic brake pad touches the flywheel, and that's the ground for the magneto. I'm gonna let go now slowly. And there we go. Once the brake pad rubs against the flywheel, that's what grounds it out. So it seems like it runs just fine, and it starts just fine. So, essentially, this video, I fixed nothing. I came over so I can change the brake pad, and it turns out that I need a factory stock Kohler brake pad because it's metallic for it to work right. Even though this powermore brake pad has a lot more meat on it, it won't work with the kill mechanism. So, I guess we just found that out, that you need a metallic brake pad for a Kohler engine. Did you guys know that? Because I definitely didn't know that. That's my video for today. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
Hey Henry, see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.